Well, I just got off the track with a catch drive. Apparently, I got one left. Ronnie Wren wasn't feeling well tonight and left and asked me to drive his horse in the 14th. I said, of course, he's 8-5. I have no problem doing that. A decent night for us, not a decent night. Patrick DePrano was good. They put a lot of stone on the track because of that frost hole that they found last week. They canceled the races Tuesday and Wednesday of last week, and I saw they put a lot of stone on the track. A little bit deep tonight. I haven't been watching the miles, so I don't want to go out and say, oh, well, that's why it was. I mean, the Open just went in 53-4, and the horse I was driving certainly didn't want any more. Certainly didn't want any more than he got. Probably paced 54 and a piece. And I thought he had a pretty good chance tonight, knowing I was probably going to sit in the 2-hole. His last start, he had the 8-hole. I took him back. Start before that, I was climbing over them at the wire. A decent open horse, more like a 4 or 5-1 fringe player in the Open with the rail tonight, and he was soundly defeated. So I think the track maybe is playing a bit slow, but I guess I shouldn't say that. I didn't watch a lot of races. So 3-Point Blue Chip was flat tonight. Was flat last week. We trained him up this week. He didn't really show a lot more spark. I don't think he's in his best form right now, so I made a very easy decision. Come off the track. There happened to be a gentleman from the Meadows walking up the ramp. I said, hey, John, how many you got in tonight? He said 2. I said, oh, how many is in your trailer? He goes, oh, I got 4 horse. I said, now I get another one. I said, what's your last race? He said, the 9th race. Perfect. 3-Point Blue Chip will have his supper and be all poulticed up. Harness will be ready. Could you bring him back to the Meadows with Tim tonight? The veterinarian was still here scoping. She gave him some electrolytes. I gave him electrolyte tube of paste. And he got a shot of Banamine, just anti-inflammatory, just for the ship. So he's gone back to Tim's. He should have left 20 minutes ago. Saw the draw today. Spitfire was the only horse that got in. Box is jammed. It's hard to get horses in. I wasn't convinced that Memory was going to get in anyway. And Blue Ventura, as I said, PA owned horse, or PA bred horse. First and foremost, it's Ohio sired owned, and then trained. Those classes are all full. Now there's the 2 classes down there. They just go for so much money. I knew it was going to be tough to get him in, so that was unlikely, and it did not happen. We'll put him in to go here. Maybe next Saturday. I'm not sure when the class goes. Maybe next Saturday we'll put him in. So Spitfire Overseas was our only starter on Wednesday. I'm still going to go drive him. But I thought it made more sense to maybe ship him down tonight. I asked Stacy if she wouldn't mind racing the horse for us. Jason had said, Jason doesn't. I was going to ship the horse down and take care of the horse and race it. All we really need is a caretaker down there. He's coming in sharp. Jason trained him Saturday. The horse looks great. So we're just going to have him raced on Wednesday. I'm going to go down and drive him. Everything is ready to go. He just needs somebody a caretaker for the next few days. So that's what went on with Spitfire. That's perfectly fine. Rather than getting in the truck and trailer, shipping him 4 hours on race day, what I'm going to do is get in my car, and I'm going to drive 3 and a bit to Miami Valley and race him on Wednesday evening. So that was perfect. Everything's starting to align quickly for this week. And then we had Patrick the Piranha. I didn't know what kind of trip he'd be. He hasn't been awesome. His best trip of his life. His best trip of this year for sure. And the best trip that I felt him go for a while was 2 starts ago when he kind of get out and come charging at the inside. I thought he raced good. How would he get away tonight? I know you have to know the politics of racing also. Mark St. Louis and Aaron, they don't really like each other that much. Aaron's horse looked like probably the horse to beat, but I was also certain that Mark St. Louis was not going to let him skate easy. And he didn't let him skate at all. Aaron dropped in the 2-hole, which actually benefited us because the 3 favorites in the race were 1, 2, 5, and Patrick. So all I have to do is wait until Justin comes, because he's coming. Wait until Justin comes, follow him, and then if Patrick's got enough pop, we're going to the winner's circle. And that's exactly how it played out. So when it comes to Patrick, I didn't think he finished particularly strong. I don't think he was particularly powerful in the mile. But you know what? He got the job done. And as I said, I didn't watch enough races tonight to know how the track was playing. It seemed like 55 was all he wanted tonight, to be honest. And for a horse that paced 52 or 53 just a couple of starts ago, I believe, So I mean, he felt good. He felt sound. He felt healthy, sharp, strong. So the only factor is the track, I'm assuming. Either way, he overcame it, won the race, and looked very, very good. Now, so we have, what do we have coming up? I'm literally looking at it right now. Tomorrow we have Greatest Ending, Neptune, and Drebin. Tuesday, I'm going to go over to the Meadows. Monday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to the Meadows, actually. Tuesday morning, we're going to get up. It is supposed to be beautiful all week in Pennsylvania, and for the most week, a little colder than I thought here, the forecast for Wednesday, but high teens Tuesday and Wednesday. It's supposed to be plus 17 or 18 for the qualifiers at the Meadows. I am super pumped about that. I think we will, especially with the weather and everything going on, we will qualify Arrowhead Hanover on Tuesday. My partner's in Arrowhead Hanover. Beware, he's not going to be in for about 3 weeks. He needs at least one qualifier and at least one training trip. I want to train him in 56 before he races, and he is not ready for 56 yet. He's ready for about 58 and 3, 59 on Tuesday morning in the heat. That's it. Nothing more, and that's where the governor is going to be set for him. Melisandre, I'd love to see a mile in 59 or 2 minutes out of her. I've been waiting on her for a while, right? A lot of question marks with her last year. She just didn't seem like she was developed enough. She had a curb that was really pesky. Her feet bugged her. Then as we brought her back, still seemed ho-hum, and I said, okay, we may have to switch gears here. We may have to breed her. She's worth a lot of money, very, very strong family. We may have to do that. And actually, in my mind, I think I was kind of coasting in that direction. And then she came out and trained. I trained her here in 2-2 twice. And it was cold as a bugger that day. She is very, very good right now. And I would not be surprised if she didn't qualify in 59 or 2 minutes and look very good doing it. I am really eager to see Melisandre on Tuesday morning. We're going to bring Mountaineer Prince over. His heavy lifting in the month of March continues. I know Jason was a little dilapidated. He was a little beat up last week over the horse making a break. It's frustrating. When you got a horse that shouldn't run and does, it is really frustrating. He's not going to have an option now. We changed his shoes around a little bit. They're going on him tomorrow. I'm going to put the hobbles on him a little tighter, and he's going to do his work on Tuesday. I can assure you of that. I guess I shouldn't assure. Never say for sure in this game, because you never know. But I can tell you one thing. He's going to work very, very hard. He's going to look like a football player come the end of March, because there's a lot of work coming his way over the next few weeks. I don't know if there's another one. I was toying with the idea of bringing Grand Slam Dio over also and schooling her potentially. She trained in 2.9 in the jog cart on Saturday, back 3 days. And quite frankly, if we were prepping her for a bigger race or a race where we needed her to be at 100%, that's exactly how we likely would have done it. 2.10, 2.9 in the jog cart, 3 days out, probably somewhere around there. So I'm toying with the idea of potentially taking her over also. 5-horse trailer. We got 4. I don't think we have any more to go. But if we do, there'll be room. We have a slot. So I'll go over everybody, see if there's anybody left to qualify. I don't think there is right now. I think we got everybody out of the way. So we'll see how that plays out on Tuesday. But I am really, really looking forward to Tuesday. Tuesday night, what do I got going on? Dancing by Myself. My only concern about Dancing by Myself, they trained him very, very hard on Saturday. Now, he's a big, rugged colt. I think he can take the training. I thought maybe a little too stern with him, but I can tell you what, he's not going to be short come Tuesday night. So we'll see how Dancing by Myself. The thing I like him on his gait is cleaned up. We've been waiting for this. It's not the same situation technically with the other horses. I know when you look at his lines, you're saying, Anthony, what you are saying, the words coming out of your mouth right now are not translated on this piece of paper I'm looking at. You're right. They're not. But I'm telling you, there's a better horse than... I sound like a trainer now. Trust me, he's better than his lines show. I'm telling you. So Dancing by Myself is in Tuesday. And Tenacious, we traded an 8-hole and a 10-horse field and a canceled card in for the 9-hole and a 9-horse field. I'll do that every single day. So Tenacious Hanover might be a bit short, but we'll see how he is on Tuesday. Now, the actual Wednesday entries are not up. The only one up for sure is Texong Soprano. What do we got here? Scotty probably again, no? Scotty's going to drive him. Pick to win. Good. 5-2. I guess that's pick to win. Wednesday, I can tell you we have here Cadeau for sure. We also have Country Dancing, and I'll tell everybody right now, my partners and everybody in the stable, if she doesn't look infinitely better on Wednesday, she's going to get right back on a truck and go right back to Ontario, where we can continue to let her mature and grow, fill out, and become the horse we so hope she'll be. And then we have Westland Warrior also. Hobbles on him for the first start on Wednesday afternoon. I'm expecting, almost demanding, that he be a lot better than he was. You know, you guys know I'll stick up for horses that try, right? You guys know that. Cheer for the underdog all the time. I'll always stick up for the horses that feel like they're trying. But there's another side of that coin. I'm going to be very angry with the ones that are clearly not trying, consistently trying to get out of work, not putting in honest efforts. And that's what I felt from Westland Warrior the other day. And that's not me just ripping on him. I expect a better job done by him. I know he can do it. I expect him to do it, and hopefully with some equipment changes and the application of hobbles, that he will. That's my hope for Wednesday. I need to hear that he went better. I need to see that he went better, and I want to know that he's going better. So we have Cadeau, Country Dancing, Western Warrior. I'm going to make my way to Southern Ohio, and I'm going to drive Spitfire overseas. I can tell you what, I saw him tonight before I get on the truck. He looks sharp. He is rearing up in the cross ties. He ripped his feed tub off the wall. He is brimming with confidence. Now, I will say this. He has winter cork on from Ontario. I talked to Stacy tonight. I talked to Jason about it. And I said, hey, what are your thoughts? I know Southern Ohio, they don't wear a lot of cork. She goes, no, you don't need a lot for down here now. I said, well, what about this? He's got ag bars on right now. And this is a conversation between Jason and I and Stacy. He's got ag bars on behind, or up front, with 4 winter corks, little winter corks. He's got corks on behind with full swedges. Why don't we do this? Why don't we leave the front shoes the way they are? And why don't we just take those hind shoes off and put a normal set of full swedges on with no winter corks? That's my feeling as a driver. That's my feeling. That's the best route I think we should go with Spitfire. So I left it in obviously the hands of Stacy and Jason, what they want to do. Jason is trained him Saturday, said the horse is amazing. I'm shocked he get over here so good. I mean, honestly, if we run into a pinch with Spitfire, he may be able to come to Northfield. And after watching the Open go for $19,000 and the horses that were in it tonight, it might not be a bad option. I just never thought it was an option until right now. Nevertheless, we'll see how he races in Southern Ohio. The problem we have right now, it's a great problem to have. We have 2 open trotters in Southern Ohio. We have an open trotter in the Meadows. We have an open trotter at Yonkers right now. And we have a horse, for the most part, racing in the New Holland Series, which is the Open right now in Ontario. So that's a good thing to have. We have to find a place for all of them to race, and I don't like racing Yo Mister, and I don't like racing Yo Mister against Spitfire. In a perfect world, I guess, now, if we're going to revise my perfect world statement, Spitfire, I win the Open with Spitfire, or Yo Mister, I suppose. One of the two gets to drop down to the Open 2 level, which they filled and opted not to use Spitfire in. Move, which I'm almost certain the Open Trot is not going next week at the Meadows. If it doesn't, the week off for Looks Like Money, he will go to Miami Valley. Now, at that point, hopefully they let Yo Mister drop down a class. I don't know. He won the Open. He'll have won the Open as 3rd from the top line. I don't know if they'll do that. If they won't, deal's off. We'll just give the week off to Looks Like Money. If they do, great. It would be Looks Like Money, Yo Mister. Spitfire can either wait and go to the Meadows the day after, which would be Thursday. Now they draw the Wednesday Open for Miami Valley on Sunday. They draw the Open at the Meadows Monday, or carried over to Tuesday. So you see the problem. It's all timing, right? And if the Open doesn't fill, no problem. Spitfire can just show up here next Sunday, potentially. Not next Sunday, that Sunday after that. And then that would probably chew up his time. I'm telling you right now, Spitfire is going back to Ontario. I loved what I saw in his 2 starts. When I drove him, he was okay. When Jody drove him, he was way better. And I think there's a lot sitting under the hood. He is starting to get razor sharp again. So I'm eager to see him to go back to Ontario. Yo Mister continue his trek in Southern Ohio. Looks Like Money continue in Washington, Pennsylvania. And then be on the lookout potentially for an open trotter for right here if we can find one full time. So that's the plan. anyway, great day today, a great weekend, a tremendous weekend. It's been a great run. No complaints. All I can hope is that we can keep it going. So with that, take care. It's all over. The weekend's over in an hour and 28 minutes. I'm in the next race. I'm going home. I'm done for the weekend. Going to get up tomorrow. It's going to be a beauty here. A nice day here. I already sent out a list. I have 7 horses I want to go with tomorrow. I want to get a little look at. And Wednesday for everybody. Wednesday, we are going to be videoing the babies. So, there you have it. A busy, busy week ahead. Monday racing, I have none, but we're going to watch Ontario together. Tuesday, I have qualifiers in the Meadows. Tuesday night, I'm back here to race. Tuesday evening in Northfield Park. Wednesday, I'm going to train all the babies. We have all the babies going on Tuesday here in Ohio. Tuesday evening, I'm going to race at Miami Valley. Thursday, I'll be at the Meadows. Friday, I'll be at the Meadows. And actually, Ollie does not have baseball practice this weekend, so I will be somewhere around here. Take care. As I said, have a great rest of your weekend, all an hour and 27 minutes of it. Take care.